positions and vote based on that. So that's all I want to tell you on that, because I cannot stand here or endorse anybody or recommend anybody, and I'm not going to do that. This Sunday, of course, we're going to have the daylight savings time change. At 2 o'clock in the morning, you have to set your clock back by 1 hour, which means our Fajr will be earlier. Fajr will be at 5:45 a.m. The Iqamah times here at our masjid. Zohar will continue to be at 1:15. Asr will be at 3:30 p.m. Maghrib, of course, is always sunset plus 7 minutes. And Isha will be at 7:45. These are the Iqamah timings for starting this Sunday here. Also, starting next Jummah, the first khutbah will be at 12:30, not at 1:10. And the second khutbah will start at 1:30. So 12:30 and 1:30, please remember that and remind all your friends, all the people who may not be here still, who may come in very late. Especially a lot of people forget that they come at 2:10, expecting that the second khutbah is going to start at 2:10. Quick reminder also regarding two other, I think Adil is not here, but I'm going to mention that the deadline again as a reminder to pay membership dues is Friday, the November 16th for this current year. Please make sure all the dues are paid to remain current, to maintain your membership at ISCN, and highly recommend that everybody does that because memberships matter. And you can pay membership online for yourself and your immediate families, but you cannot pay it for somebody else, and somebody else cannot pay for you. So please remember that. As you also already probably know, our treasurer, Brother Abdul Ghani Maulvi's father, Abu Bakr Maulvi, passed away last Sunday, and he was buried on Monday. Please make dua for his maghfirah, and also for the young brother. I was given a note. His name was Talal, son of Mirza Hamed Afaq, who also passed away recently. And I have a request for Sister Adela Horia, who passed away in Syria today. So may Allah grant all of these people Jannat al-Firdaus and forgive all their shortcomings. Ameen. Brother Ayaz.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Just one more announcement. Brother Ziad, brother from our community member, his nephew in Palestine is coma. So he requests please make a special dua for him. And also Brother Moin Hussein, father, he's very critical condition. So we know maybe a couple of days what is happening with. So make dua for them. The third announcement, as you know, alhamdulillah, mashallah, we are securing our growth, and you are securing spot in Jannah. My humble request to everyone, next Sunday, inshallah, ISCN going to have an annual banquet. So what I'm reminding everyone, secure. So secure the place where? In banquet hall. So inshallah, I request everyone, reserve your booth, the tables, or get your ticket, inshallah. So we'll be here. Reminder again, you are here to secure a place in Jannah. So my humble request again, along with that, secure your place in banquet hall. So please see me, inshallah, or the brothers. Jazakumullah khairan.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على السلام حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله نحمده ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة وتركنا على بيضاء ناصعة ليلها كنهارها لا يهلك عنها إلا زائغ. Dear brothers and sisters, the stories in Quran, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص. The story in Quran are stories of life. They are meant and mentioned in Quran because we are supposed to learn from them. We are supposed to apply them to our life because they tell Sunnah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They tell the rules that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put on this universe and that everybody will go by these rules. So it is not talking about history when we talk about the stories of the stories in the Quran. We are talking about the story, the present, and the future as well. Anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, you will see it is being repeated again and again. And this is the idea of mentioning the story of the nations before us, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, these people did these things, violated these rules, and these are the result of them. And among the most that were mentioned in the Quran are, as we know, the children of Israel, Bani Israel. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the stories or some of the stories of Bani Israel 185 times in the Quran. 185 times, some way or another, Bani Israel were mentioned in Quran, and Musa were mentioned in Quran, so we will learn from what they have done and what are the rules that they violated and how it was the response from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to these rules. So today, one of these stories, I'd like to share with you one of these stories. And it is a story that probably, almost certain, all of us know. But we read it fast in the Quran and we don't stop at it. And the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this story is very unique in actually all the other stories in the Quran. So normally when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to mention a story in the Quran, and so does the Arabs, they would start the story from the beginning and they say somebody did this and then this and then this. Except this story, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started from the middle of the story, then came back to the beginning, then ended it. And the reason that he started from the middle is because most of the lessons are supposed to be learned from there. So we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran mention أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذ قال موسى لقومه إن الله يأمركم أن تذبحوا بقرة. So we started from the middle. Go ahead and slaughter a cow. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say why they need to slaughter the cow. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't tell us that there is something that happened before. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Musa to ask his people to slaughter a cow. And this is here comes the first lesson of this story. The order came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Muslim job is you listen to the order, you understand the order, and you obey the order. These people didn't do that. When he told them this is the order, they start saying, are you making fun of us? And a'udhu billah, that the Prophet of Allah would make fun of his people. قالوا أتتخذنا هزوا. So now the relationship between them and the Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is crooked, is not done on the right way. They take the orders and they decide whether these orders are the right orders or the wrong orders. So they started with taking the authority of the messenger to pass the message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when the Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, no, this is not possible that I would make fun of you, then okay, if this is the order of Allah, go ahead and tell us why. What kind of a cow do we need to slaughter? And when he told them what kind of cow they need to slaughter, they said, tell us what color that cow is. And then when he told them what color of the cow they need to slaughter, they said, what are the specifics of this cow? Why do we need to slaughter this cow in these specifications? So not only they denied the authority to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the beginning, they were not willing actually to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they were trying to make all excuses so they would not follow the order. Now the order is being clear. Every question has been answered. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pointed them to a very specific cow where they had to pay multiple times the price of what it's worth. And they did. So first kind of punishment, they paid several times that they should pay. But now, start the story. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذْ قَتَلْتُمْ نَفْسًا فَادَّارَأْتُمْ فِيهَا وَاللَّهُ مُخْرِجٌ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ. So this is how the story started. Bani Israel, one of them, went ahead and killed his uncle, trying to get his money. And so that he wanted to stay away from this crime, he took the body and threw it on somebody else, another town, and threw the body over there. And came in the morning crying, saying, hey, my uncle was killed in your town, you are supposed to pay me for his diya. وَإِذْ قَتَلْتُمْ نَفْسًا فَادَّارَأْتُمْ فِيهَا. فَادَّارَأْتُمْ فِيهَا means everybody was trying to push the crime or the suspension of crime upon himself, saying, no, I didn't do it, probably it's this guy, probably this guy, probably this guy. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that He will get the facts out and He will show the real criminal out of this. وَإِذْ قَتَلْتُمْ نَفْسًا فَادَّارَأْتُمْ فِيهَا. And now this is another natural things that the people who don't follow the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do. They do something and they don't stand up for their responsibility. They would think they can actually run away and be not accountable for their crimes. So these people killed that person, throw him somewhere else, ask for money because he was killed, and thinking that with the wealth they're gonna get from his inheritance would be good enough for them, so people will not point out to them about their crime and what not get them responsible and accountable for their actions. The story continues, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, no, this is not how the justice system in the whole universe was set. وَإِذْ قَتَلْتُمْ نَفْسًا فَادَّارَأْتُمْ فِيهَا وَاللَّهُ مُخْرِجٌ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no, the criminals will be pointed out, and those who did that heinous act will be held accountable for them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered them to take a piece of that cow and throw it on that dead person who's probably been dead for weeks or months, Allahu alam how long. And all of a sudden, with the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala power, that person stood up again from death and said, this is the criminal who actually killed me, and then went back and died again. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose this miracle to take the justice out there, He is saying justice will always be there. It doesn't have to be through these miracles. So the story is telling us that justice and accountability in this life and the day after will always be there, even if people think that they have all the money to cover up their crimes, they have all the powers, they have all the connections, so they can get away or think that they can get away. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this story is telling us nobody can get away from the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in this, we see the general characteristics of that group of people where when they do the crime, first they did the crime because they forgot that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seeing them. So when you have the connection between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you fear nobody. Then you think everybody can actually help you in doing what you want to do. When you have that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you would, every time you want to do something, you would say, does that actually please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Does that actually work with the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? If I do this action, will it make me closer to Jannah, or will it make me closer to Nar? And with that connection, when that connection is disconnected, then people will go out and commit some of these crimes. And then the second characteristic is when they get an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they always hesitate to follow the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They always trying to find sideways that they will not be responsible and accountable for their actions. And as they said, one of the basic characters of the Sahaba, of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam companions, was that they would listen to the Quran and to the order of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and take them as orders, as something that has to be done. It is not, what do you think? What is your opinion? Follow this when you have time. If you don't mind, please do this. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was saying to them, is an absolute order that they have to follow. And they believed in that in a way that reflect what they saw from Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to have security around him, so nobody can come and attack him. And that continued until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Wallahu ya'asimuka minan nas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care from you so nobody can hurt you. Okay? Ayah from Quran came to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Guess what was his reaction to that ayah? He let his security team go. Why do I need a security team if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will protect you? So whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was saying, it goes to them as real facts, as something they can see in the real life, so they live with it. Allah said, Wallahu ya'asibuka minan nas, so I don't need a security. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect me. With that teaching, they learn how to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, talking about wine and interest, فَهَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُنْتَهُونَ? They all threw everything they had from the wine and these drinks and said, انتهينا ربنا انتهينا. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, are you going to quit? And they all said, yes, we are quitting. That is the lesson that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in this story. These people that got the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not do. They got the orders, they understood the orders, and they tried their best to stay away from following these orders. If we don't want to be in that group of people, and we want to be in the group of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam companions, then we need to follow the steps of these companions. You read Quran and understanding and with the intention to follow every word in the Quran. Everything you read Quran and understand Quran and then follow Quran. Just reading Quran will not do you the best good. The most good will get to you when you read, when you understand, and when you follow, because Quran is a book of orders, a book of life. It's something that we live by. So you read Quran, you understand it, and you follow the orders, and with that you would understand this surah or this story from Quran, and you would understand what is it that you need to do to stay away from the same faith that these people had. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فاستغفروه. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا كما أمر وأشكره وهو الذي وعد المزيد لمن شكر. عباد الله اتقوا الله فيما أمر وانتهوا عما عنه نهى وزجر وأخرجوا حب الدنيا من قلوبكم فإنه إذا استولى أسر. وحافظوا على حضور الجمع والجماعة واعلموا أن الله سبحانه وتعالى أمركم بأمر عميم بدأ فيه بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه فقال ولم يزل قائلا عليما وآمرا حكيما. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Dear brothers and sisters, taking these lessons in mind, or these rules in mind, then we can understand the other ayah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. من أجل ذلك كتبنا على بني إسرائيل أنه من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا. And because of the same rules that we talked about, we take that story from the past and we take these ayats and apply them to our daily life. We apply them to the international news. We apply them how states are acting right now. And we know whoever does commit a crime, being an individual, being a group of people, being a state, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold these people to their crime and hold them accountable for their actions. No matter how billions they have, no matter how much power they have, no matter what family they came from, no matter how strong their tribe is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rules is always valid in every time, in every community, and in every culture. Whoever takes or commit a crime, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold them for their crimes. So accountability, justice, nobody will escape from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accountability and justice. And then if you are the one who had the crime put upon him, always remember what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله يدافع عن الذين آمنوا إن الله لا يحب كل خوان كفور. That person who died several thousand years ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did a miracle to point out for the one who killed him. And throughout the years, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promise is there. If somebody would do wrong for you, be certain and be assured, even if you are weak, even if you cannot take your rights by yourself, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there and His justice is there. And if you cannot defend yourself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will defend you. إن الله يدافع عن الذين آمنوا إن الله لا يحب كل مختال فخور. With this, I ask all of us to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, to help us to understand the meanings of Quran, to understand the meanings of the stories of Quran, to apply these rules to our life and to live by these rules so we can be closer to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Jannah. As they always say, to apply the rules or the goals of ibadah is much important than to apply the ibadah itself. Somebody would pray and go out and cheat and steal and lie and make all kinds of haram. His prayer does not really benefit him a bit. Somebody would fast and he goes out and do all the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made haram. His fasting is not helping him at all. And the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, كم من صائم ليس له من صيامه إلا الجوع والعطش وكم من قائم ليس له من قيامه إلا التعب والنصب. So yes, he fasted, but he lied. He made false witness. He took somebody else's money. He attacked his neighbors. Nobody is safe from him. That person fasting will not get him to Jannah. He prayed, yes, but he always lies. He always cheats. He always do this. He always do that. His prayer will not get him to Jannah, but will get him tired and hungry when he's fasting and thirsty. Let's all concentrate on the goals of the ibadah. Let's all make sure that we understand why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do something and concentrate on that goal so we would inshallah ta'ala reach the goal of that ibadah and get the bounties of it and the rewards of it. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت، وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت، وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قدرت وقضيت، فإنك سبحانك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك، وإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت، تباركت ربنا وتعاليت، فلك الحمد على ما قضيت. نستغفرك اللهم من جميع الذنوب ونتوب إليك. اللهم هب لنا عملا صالحا يقربنا إليك. اللهم لا تفضحنا يوم العرض عليك. اللهم من أراد بالإسلام والمسلمين خيرا فوفقه لكل خير، ومن أراد بهم غير ذلك فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر، واجعله عبرة لمن يعتبر. اللهم أبرم لأمة الإسلام أمر رشد يعز فيه أهل طاعتك، واجعلنا منهم، ويذل فيه أهل معصيتك، ولا تجعلنا منهم. اللهم إنا نسألك قلبا خاشعا، ولسانا ذاكرا، ودعوة مستجابة، وعملا صالحا متقبلا. اللهم فرج عن المسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولمن له حق علينا وللمسلمين والمسلمات، وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
استووا اعتدلوا استووا. Please make sure your heels on the line, shoulder to shoulder. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع، ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله، واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما. قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة، والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Please remain seated because we do have a couple of very important guests, and this being the last Jummah, so please show common courtesy, show akhlaq, and please remain seated for a couple of minutes while I introduce you our guests. Hello, Wes. Fine, thank you. Because this is the way Mr. West speak. You have seen him here before. He's a candidate from District 5 for the City Council. So I'd like him to say a few words. After that, we have Jackie Casillas, who is from District 1, who's also a candidate for the City Council. And she will also say a few words. Please listen carefully.
Thank you all very much. Thank you for the invitation to come and speak to you all today. I want to say first, I'm your neighbor. I've lived a block over since 2001, and I've appreciated you all as my neighbors. I tell people all the time that I am happy to live where I live because of the mosque. You guys are fantastic neighbors. I've spent a lot of time here. Dinners, fantastic dinners, by the way, fantastic. I would say I've lived in Corona for almost 40 years. I'm not happy with the direction the city was going, especially with traffic and development. We need to have infrastructure before we have development. Those things are very important to me. Businesses, we need to have businesses here and need to streamline our processes to make sure that businesses can do business here in a quick manner and be able to make money and come back in taxes to us. I'm very happy to be, and thank you for Fazia for coming. I know she wasn't supposed to be here today, or maybe she's supposed to be here later, but anyway. But thank you all very much for taking the time and listening. I know, especially after you want to get the rest of your day going, but thank you.
Thank you, Wes. Now, Ms. Jackie Casillas, please.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jackie Casillas. I'm a homegrown leader born and raised in the circle of Corona. I'm the daughter of Mexican immigrants. My parents both immigrated here from Mexico. My dad was 16, my mom was 20 once they got married, and I'm a proud product of our school district, Corona Norco School District. I'm running for office because I'm a positive solution-oriented leader, and I really I want to set Corona apart for something other than traffic. I think we need to reinvest in our families and in our safety. I think we need to rise above the rancor and vitriol that's our national and state politics. So I'm here to ask you for your vote, for your support. You have been kind enough to me in the past. I was here before this beautiful mosque was fully built. I came here, started coming in 2008 when I helped Mr. Bill Hedrick and his campaign, and that's when I met Fazia and Yusuf, and we've been friends ever since. I've been really involved and fortunate to be with you all since then, and I just want to thank you for being strong, positive community leaders, and I want to ask you for your vote, and just imagine if we had two good women on city council, all the good we could do for our city. So, thank you.
Thank you, Wes, and thank you, Jackie. Best wishes and good luck to both of you. But just a quick reminder before I give the mic to Brother Adil, because Sunday is a time change. Please make sure, the Fajr time is 5:45, Asr will be at 3:30, and Isha will be at 7:45. The second thing is, please vote. Don't forget.
Assalamu alaikum. A quick reminder about the membership. We have posted a new membership list outside on the bulletin board. If you have not paid your membership dues for 2018 or even 2017, please pay them by November 16 to keep your membership active. The ideal place to check your membership status is online at coronamuslims.com, and it will send you email with all your membership information. If you do not have access to a computer, a list is posted outside. Go check your name. Any information is incorrect, please come, let me know. There's a list of membership committee members also posted there. Contact any of the membership committee and tell them if there's any issue. I cannot fix your problem if you do not let me know. Also, if you have not signed up for membership, please sign up for Masjid membership. There are a lot of benefits. There are a lot of discounts available. If your kids are going to school, they get a discount in the tuition. If you are renting banquet hall, you get a discount on that, as well as we are working with many vendors to get you extra discounts as well. So again, please check your membership and pay your membership dues. Table is outside with a new membership form. I will be there if you have any questions. Jazakallah khair.